There you go, sir.
What's happening, man? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you today, sir?
Man, life didn't divorce me. I'm cool.
I likes that. I likes that.
Yeah,
Can I borrow that one day?
you can have it as long as I get credits every time they say it.
See, we got Jose Alexander in the building. DJ K Swift, what's up?
DJ K Swift, what's up? I'm gonna repeat everything you say because I'm an
Okay,
asshole.
yeah, yeah. Representing Connecticut. Benny
Represent
Anthony,
Connecticut. Word up.
word up. I like your hat, man. Bulldog thing.
I
I think
represent the
you, I think
Bulldogs
you
in
got
Philly.
I think you got more Bulldog paraphernalia than anybody I know.
People be giving it to me because you know me, dog. My name Crime. Crime don't pay. I don't pay for nothing.
How many
I didn't.
helmets you got?
I got a black one. I got a red one. I got two white ones.
Man,
My name Crime. Crime don't pay. I done did too many favors for cats. So the real ones that come through and just be like, "Hey man, I got something for you."
right.
The bums always want something and never give back. I take note to all that too.
I can
I've
dig.
always, I'm the dude that might not never say nothing.
Uh,
I've always took notes to that. A dude that his hand is always out. How the saying go? If your palm is always up, you always begging. If your palm is down, you giving.
five on the black hand side.
Yeah, yeah. So I always look to see who giving and who taking.
Right.
And I might not say a word, but I pay attention to everything.
I can dig that. I can dig that. Real quick, off topic, while I'm just thinking about it. Have you been to the Black College Football Hall of Fame yet over there? Is it in? Is it set up yet?
The last time I went to the Hall of Fame was about a year ago. I think it was an exhibit. I forget, to be honest, man. I done been
Okay.
to the Hall of Fame so many times, I forget what I saw.
I just know I've been seeing the signs like when you get off
Yeah.
on the exit and it says
hmm
the Black Pro, College Football Hall of Fame is open. So I don't know.
I
I
think it
don't
is.
know. I need to go check it out sometime. See what's popping with it. How you feeling today?
I'm cool, man. Just the stresses of life. It
Stress.
is what it is, man. I just
Yeah.
try to navigate through it. I try to vibrate higher. I try to use the law of attraction, man, and do some good so some good come back. Simple, man.
That's what's up. You start working on the movie script yet?
I can't be an asshole my whole life, I guess.
You hear me? You start working on that movie script yet? That we was talking about today?
Not that one, but I'm finished with a bunch of it. What I did was I learned a new way to write because I'm not a writer, but I got
Uh,
great ideas. So what I do, man, is if you get on your phone, every phone has a memo pad,
right,
and I just talk dictation,
right,
and
right.
I just talk it out. And you look up, you got 28 pages. And I'm like, damn, how this happen? I'll be at work, and people think I'm talking to myself, and I'm talking into my phone, just letting ideas out.
Okay.
And what it do is it give them a heading, it give them a log line, it puts them in order, it saves them for you. You go back and look at it and be like, wow, this is dope.
And it
And
just adds up.
I started doing that by accident, and now
Wow.
I'm like 15 deep.
Jeez. Shout
Yeah,
out to the mom who done just joined us. What's going on down there in Columbus?
what's going on down there in Columbus? I'm gonna repeat everything he says, so I'm a fucking parrot.
All right, Polly. Yo, um, remember I gave you a little topic I wanted to discuss.
Okay.
And this is always right up your alley because you see things a little different. You know what I'm saying? You see things for what they are more than how it's shown.
Right.
About sometimes your hero is the villain's the hero.
Exactly. Because I think it's the Jamaican people. Everything is a visual.
Yeah,
All the shit is fake. And
that's
it all comes down to what part of the fake shit you believe.
yeah. And I think a lot of that goes on in sports, which
hmm
is
Yeah.
give
Yeah,
give
don't
me
get me
the
on don't get me on sports because boy,
that's what we're going with. Let's start. When did you first start seeing how the narrative spins?
oh
Like
that's easy. That's easy. My God. The coldest trick they did in sports was they made you think the quarterback was the most important dude. And they do that because white dudes play quarterback. And if you take, I give you, somebody told me once, and I always go with this, man. And most of the time it's true because ain't nothing 100%. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Yeah.
So take Colin Kaepernick, for instance, which I don't have a dog in the fight because I'm a college football fan. I don't even have a pro team. I used to rock with the Steelers, but I don't give a shit about the NFL. I like Ohio State. So you telling me it's three quarterbacks on every squad, right?
Right.
Stop me when I'm wrong. It's three quarterbacks on every squad.
Mm-hmm.
3 times 32 is 96. So you're telling me that Colin Kaepernick is the 97th best quarterback in America? The fuck out of here. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So it's all hustle, and they make people believe it. And the easiest people to make believe anything, excuse my French, is white people. Okay. You can make white people and broke ass niggas. You can make them believe anything. Anything come on TV, you can make them believe it. Because the biggest trick they're doing now is they're making the broke ass white man feel like he's a part of the establishment. Because he has nothing else going on for him in his life. The only thing he got going on his whole life is he's white. So if you take that away from him, he ain't got shit. I was talking to a dude at work. I said, dog, it's like we taking a test for a class. You got all the fucking answers and still got the test wrong. I'm like, dog, you're white and you're broke in America. You ain't shit. It don't even make no sense. Yeah. I'm like, you're white and you're broke. I don't get it. It's like one time, man, and I thought my grandmother was the meanest person in the world when she did this. But when I got older, I got it. And it's like, you had them seminal moments in your life that you never forget. Like, I'm sure WC told you some stuff that you never forget. And they stick with you to the end of time.
No doubt. No doubt.
It's Rev Henderson for y'all that don't know. My grandmother, man, we was coming out of A&P. That's how long ago it was. I was young. I was a teenager or like 12 or something. And it was rare in them days to see somebody begging for money. And it's a white dude begging for change. And I remember my grandmother said, man, I ain't giving him shit. And she looked at us, me and Butch, and she walked off with her shopping basket, and we went to the car. And I'm like, Mama, how come you ain't giving him no money? That man is in need. She said, baby, that man is white in America. If he take a bath and cut his hair, he look just like the bank president. She said, ain't no reason for him to be broke. I said, damn. And it stuck with me. Like a broke white dude, I don't got no sympathy for you. You ain't got no reason to be broke. None.
Because everything's pretty much laid out for him.
You got the answers. I tell people like this girl that I'm gonna leave her nameless, white chick, her family influential in Canton. And she was one day talking shit, just, feeling herself, as people like to say. And I broke it down to her. I was like, look, man, your grandfather, she was talking about her grandfather, and, their name is all over the city. I said, bitch, excuse my French. I said, your grandfather's a fucking horse thief. I was like, look, man, you was born on third base, but you act like you hit a home run. I'm going to say that again. You was born on third base, and you act like you hit a home run. Like, you didn't do shit. Everything you got was given to you. And I respect that. Don't get me wrong. I ain't hating, because God knows I want to be born on third base. But most black people was born in the mud. You wasn't even in the stadium. Shit, you had to sneak into the stadium to get into the game. And she was born on third base. I was like, so you really ain't done nothing. And everything your Pop had, he stole. Your grandfather was a horse thief. He's a fucking horse thief.
That generational wealth.
Yeah, so I never been impressed by what nobody got, man, because I know one thing for sure and two things for certain. You could be the richest man in the world, you could be the brokest man in the world. Your ass leaving in a casket. And who gives a shit if it's a solid gold casket or a casket made out of cardboard? It's still a casket.
Right.
So I just ain't impressed by stuff, because like right now, and I know I got friends that's 8-figure millionaires. Man, big deal. And I got to the point that I got older, Man, if you ain't trying to break bread with me, give two shits about what you got.
Just that simple.
That shit ain't paid one bill at my crib, so I don't brag about who got. Fuck that. Who cares?
Yeah, because you see a lot of that on social media. People want to brag about their friends' stuff.
Yeah.
Like, get yours. I mean, it's yeah, you're supposed to be happy for your friends, but you can't spend your whole life. You know what I'm saying?
Being a hype man. You know what social media is? Social media is a highlight reel. Everybody's showing you their best days. They don't show you when shit fucked up. It's a
Mm,
highlight reel. It's
that's
like
true.
watching all of Jordan's clips and all of LeBron's clips. But they ain't show you the day he came to practice and he was beefing with his wife. They ain't show you the day he came to practice and or he at the game and his kids are sick. You see the highlights. It's all bullshit. So you got to pick and choose out of that what you believe. Because if you look at social media, everybody's a fucking millionaire.
And living the life. You're
I
right.
don't fall for that goofy shit. I'm like, man, okay, you in Miami. Motherfucker, it costs $80 to go to Miami. Okay, nigga, you in LA. It costs $75 to go to LA. Now watch this. Show you, man, because like I told you, my name is Crime, and crime don't pay. They gave me one of these blue cards so I can fly free for the rest of my life. So top that, nigga. Fuck about that bullshit. I'm like, you bought an $80 ticket to St. Louis and you bought some cheap bottles of rosé, and now you're a millionaire on social media. I just don't fall for stupid shit. I'm like, and even if you got it, if you got 10 figures, man, congratulations. Cool.
Yeah. It's cool to enjoy your life, but just keep it within
Yeah,
perspective. Don't act like you're doing something better or that nobody else is doing.
right. Because real talk, man, I don't even talk about it. And I've been
Yeah.
to 36 of the 50 states. So when people get to talking about their vacation, I'm like, that's cool. Big deal. I'm like, traveling don't even turn me on no more.
Right.
I've been to 36 of them. I've been to every major and secondary city in the United States at least 3 times. And the cool part is I didn't pay for it. Because remember the theme of this interview, crime don't pay.
Yeah.
I don't pay for shit.
Speaking of things, let me run this. I want to throw a name out there. You know how we was talking about heroes and villains.
So we're
Ready?
playing like a psychiatrist game. You gonna say a name and I say something?
Gonna give me your feedback.
All right.
Cam Newton.
Blue. Oh.
He he's been on both sides of that fence real
I
heavy.
like Cam Newton, man. But you and him got something in common. Cam Newton, the preacher's kid. So I now right there, as soon as I said that, you know exactly what he going through, what he went through his whole life.
Yeah.
Cam, he cool. I like Cam Newton.
What
I
what
don't think
what do you think about the season he had last year? Because a lot of people was really trying to throw him up under the bus, and
he had a
I'm not.
terrible team. He was on a terrible team. He was on a terrible team. And that old question, and I'm not gonna diss Belichick because I think Belichick one of the greatest coaches ever. But you know how people always like, was it Tom Brady? Was it Belichick? I think just all the pieces came together when they were supposed to. Because you can't say it was all Tom and look, Belichick ain't do. Bill Belichick a great coach. If you don't think he is, you don't know nothing about football.
Yeah, because
And
I think he made Tom. Because I mean, Tom was
yeah,
what the last pick of the draft.
199, pick
Yeah,
number 199 in the 10th round.
yeah. I think
199.
it's just crazy how people was praising Cam, but then well, first of all, he was late getting to New England when they finally
Yeah.
picked him.
And it was
Right.
COVID going on. But just like that, the same dudes to say Hosanna is the same dudes to say crucify him. Ah,
Why do you think that is?
that's the nature of people, man. People like to use the term like, you know which term you never hear me use? That somebody's a hater. I never use that term. Ask me why.
Why is that?
Because you don't hate me, man. You hate your fucking self. But it's
Mm-hmm.
easier for me to hate you. Most people, when you say they're hating on something, man, they hate themselves and they mad how stuff turned out for them. So it's easier for me to, man, fuck Al. Al ain't shit. I don't really feel like that. I'm just upset that I ain't in the position you in. The two most overused words I think in America is white people saying something's inappropriate. Because usually the dude saying something's inappropriate is the dude that got little kids tied up in his basement. But he work at City Hall and everything is inappropriate to him. And
Yeah.
black people keeping it real if somebody's a hater. There's the three most overused terms in America.
Yeah.
Usually it's the wrong person that always says it. The person that's keeping it real is usually keeping it real dumb. The cat saying that such and such is a hater, he hate his damn self. And the white dude saying something's inappropriate is usually the most inappropriate motherfucker in the building.
It's funny
So,
how, like,
say it again.
like it says, funny how that works out. Like when they when they stormed Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
They
Blue,
were, they were patriotic.
hey, Blue Lives Matter until you beat one of them motherfuckers in the head with a flagpole. Like, they kill a nigga with the American flag. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, and I don't even get into that, man, because a lot of them dudes I used to work with, I see these motherfuckers on social media, man. You know, pro Trump, pro this, the pro that. And me, I'm not Democrat nor Republican. I ain't stupid enough to be either one of them. I believe in right or wrong, period.
Yeah.
Peep game. Somebody
That's,
told me, I ain't gonna say somebody told me this. I made this shit up, so if it's goofy, it's on me. In Los Angeles, California, right? You got these dudes, and half of them wear red, and they do this and they do that, and half of them wear blue and they do this, right? And they got crazy handshakes and all that stuff. And them dudes will destroy a whole fucking neighborhood. They'll kill everything in it, right? But
mm-hmm.
now let's go 3,000 miles to the east. You in Washington, D.C. And you got white dudes and they in blue suits, but they got blue ties or red ties. And they got goofy handshakes and all that stuff, but they'll destroy the whole fucking world. Who's the bigger gang?
Mm.
America is a gang culture, man. Everything in America is gangs. Everything.
Yeah.
The police is the biggest gang going. Well, no, the government's the biggest gang going. The police is second. But
Gangs to clicks.
they put all the blame on black people. But nigga, we learned this shit from you. It's like that commercial. I learned it from you, Dad.
I mean, that's a valid point, though.
Yeah.
You
You
know,
got you got reds and blues, elephants and donkeys, B's and E's, B's and C's. It's all the same shit. But they put all the blame on the blue and reds in California. But the blue and reds in DC's is the dangerous mugs.
yeah,
They the dangerous ones.
yeah, yeah. 'Cause shit, they have control.
Yeah. They the dangerous ones. I'm more scared. I ain't scared. I ain't scared of the blue and reds in the neighborhood. I'm cool with most of them dudes. They do what they do and I stay the hell out their way. You can't stay out of the way of the blues and reds in DC.
It's crazy how they paint that picture and depict people in a certain light,
And
and
people
then
believe
yeah, and it's one thing if you believe it, but if you don't even question it,
it. Yeah.
then something might be lacking in your thinking.
Something lacking in your Mac and Rest Haven for hoes. See how I put some hip hop in it? People people believe everything they see on TV, man. I don't give a fuck who they is. They say they don't. They believe everything they see on TV. Everything.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, so ESPN is kind of played out to me anymore.
Nigga. You know, my son moved out, right? And my house is on the way to his job. So he stop over here every morning. And we have this conversation every day. I swear to God. He like, Dad, I hate Sports Center, man. They talk about the same shit every day. He like, how many times can you talk about LeBron and Michael Jordan? Like,
Yeah,
damn, get a new topic. Dog, That shit's the worst. And you know how we came up, man. You will watch Sports Center 7 times in a row till you know it was on a loop. You knew the words. I can't stomach that bullshit. I'm like, man, these cats arguing about and I don't mind you arguing. I'm up for a good debate, but they debate the same shit every day.
Or crazy stuff like I seen a topic. I was at work. I was in the break room, and I just seen it flash, and it was like it disturbed me, bro, because it was like what did it say? How should we feel about Russell Wilson? I was like, see, stuff like that. It's to me, it just came across so derogatory. Like, what do you mean how we should feel
Right.
that man?
And they guiding you to feel some type of way. You know the one that get me though? That one bothered me too. But who was the last one?
And it's crazy because they was just loving the hell out of Russell Wilson.
Yeah. Same ones that say Hosanna, say crucify him. Look, no, what got me is the one, this the one that bothered me, is your boy just signed the other day, Dak Prescott. Why do I know how much money he make? That ain't none of my damn business. You'll print all over the screen and tell everybody that listen how much money he make. I don't know how much your funky ass make. Like, you making that man a target. You making him a mark. Somebody crazy enough to try to kidnap his kids. Because you just told he got 100 and whatever million, and he got $66 million signing bonus. So that means when he write his name on a piece of paper, the next day, he got $66 million in cash in the bank. I ain't supposed to know that.
Yeah.
That ain't none of my business.
Yeah, he's another one that gets hung out to dry awful lot.
I don't dig when they say how much money cats make, man. I don't dig that shit. That ain't none of my business.
Exactly. I'm like, let sports be sports.
Yeah. But the worst thing happened to sports is when the suits got in it.
And it became entertainment.
Yeah. When they be talking about storylines, I'm like, motherfucker, this ain't a soap opera. This is a cat living his life. This is just what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And God forbid you have a hiccup in your life.
And when I say suits, you know who I'm talking about. Anything that the suits touch, they destroy.
Yeah. Because like if you take it back to Russell Wilson, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he says, look, I'm tired of getting hit. True.
Legit. Right.
We need to do something to get this team back to
prominence.
Yeah. It's a problem. Like, oh, he wants out of this, but Peyton Manning can storm upstairs.
Oh, you know who the worst dude is and all that? Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I respect Tom Brady's game. You ever watch Tom Brady on the sidelines? Cussing everybody out. But when Tom Brady, but we just talking recycle shit, man. When a white dude do it, he's passionate. When a black dude do it, he a gangbanger. Like, man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. But people believe it.
Which is the problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because me personally, I don't have a problem with what Tom Brady does because it's the heat of the moment. It's sports. Right. He's trying to get these guys going. But I just hate when somebody else does it and then it's an issue.
Hey, P Game, this is a true story. True story. My boy is on the radio here, right? Mm-hmm. He do football games and basketball games. And he was literally on the air one night. It's a McKinley game, right? He's on the air. When they went to commercial, I called him. No, I texted him. I said, man, quit doing that bullshit. And he hit me back with question mark. I said, man, I'm in the car and I'm listening to the pregame while I'm driving. I said, man, the white boy from North Canton. The white boy from North Canton is the smart quarterback. The kid from McKinley is the athlete. I said, motherfucker, do you realize you're calling him dumb when you say that? I was like, come on, man, that's bullshit. And now watch this. This is another thing. I made this up. And if it's stupid, I'll take the heat for it. Because I do a lot of stupid shit. I don't even care. I swear to I don't give a shit. Look, a football field. is 120 yards long, right? I just made a square.
Right.
Counting the end zones. It's 120 yards long. It's 53 and a third wide. It's 11 dudes versus 11 dudes trying to get 10 yards in 3 plays. This shit ain't rocket science. So quit talking about somebody, this guy's a smart guy. Motherfucker, how hard is it? The object don't get tackled.
Right.
Or flip it to the reverse, the object is tackle the guy with the ball. This shit ain't rocket science. So quit painting the white dude is brilliant, the black dude's an athlete. Get the fuck out of here. But they made you believe that. They made you believe that. So they could say the quarterback was the most important dude on the field, which is bullshit because the quarterback is only 1/11th of the team. Don't block for his ass and see what happens. Now, we came from the days growing up. You'll remember, who was your favorite player? Don't even say nothing. Your favorite player was either Tony Dorsett, Franco Harris, O.J. Simpson, and you notice you notice the theme, right? They're all running back. Who was the most important guy on the field. In the Super Bowl, the one year, Terry Bradshaw only threw the ball 11 times. And the Steelers was a dynasty. The quarterback's job wasn't to win the game. His job was not to lose it. But the NFL is 70% black. And that white boy that was incredible for North Canton, well, guess what? He didn't go to Ohio State. He went to Muskegum because he's slow as shit. So the game at the upper level, at the NFL level, becomes darker and darker and darker till it's about 75% black. Now, if we want to be all the way real, it could be 90% black. Don't get me wrong, because there's some white boys that's dogs. But we got to preserve a spot of power for these cats. So it's going to be a quarterback. And we're going to discourage anybody else to try to play it and say he ain't smart enough. And that's why I was having a conversation with some dudes that coach. And they got to talking coach speak, and I let them niggas have it. I said, man, miss me with that bullshit. I was like, you call it a 3 technique. I call it a defensive tackle. Y'all changed the terminology to make the average guy think he don't know what the fuck he talking about. But once again, it's 120 yards long, 53 and a third wide, 11 guys versus 11 guys trying to get 10 yards in 3 plays. It ain't rocket science, motherfucker. So quit trying to act like you just reinvented the wheel. You ain't done shit. You just trying to make it so that guy that's in the stands that all the kids respect, he can't coach on this level because he don't know coach speak and he don't have this bullshit credential that you got. Fuck out of here. It's all bullshit. Everything's bullshit.
So do you think that's why the game has quote unquote evolved or changed into a passing league to highlight the quarterback?
Exactly. Then you can justify giving them the money.
Yeah, and to where the one like you alluded to earlier, you know, it was a time like, you know, Walter Payton, Franco Harris, O.J. Simpson, all these, hell, Greg Pruitt.
Right. It's thousands of them. Nobody ever said I want to be Brian Sipe. You said I want to be Greg Pruitt. Nobody ever said I want to be Terry Bradshaw. You said I want to be Franco Harris. But they changed the narrative, man, and people fell for it. People went with it. Because real talk, you know who win the Super Bowl every year?
Who's that?
The team with the best defense.
Yeah. That was one thing that when, you know, I'm a Packers fan.
Really?
and when we lost to the Tampa Bay,
yeah,
all I was hearing was like Tom Brady, and I give Tom Brady his respect.
Yeah, he's a dog.
Yeah, you can't even be in the league this long playing at a high level.
Yeah, he's a dog.
But what I'm looking at, I'm like, but did anybody see the defense?
Yeah, offense. The old saying, dog. Offense fill the seats, defense win championships every year. Somebody put me on that a long time ago. They said, "Who won the Super Bowl last year?" I'm like, I don't know. It's the team with the best defense. Yeah. The team with the best defense won it every year, every single year. That's a fact.
But you got to have your glory guys.
Yeah, because the stands is full of fans. And what do fans do? Fans spend their money on anything you tell them to spend their money on. So they looking to buy a T-shirt with this dude's name on it and all that goofy stuff. So it's all set up for the fans. It's all hustle, man. My grandfather used to say, you either hustling or you getting hustled. And if you don't know which one you are, then I know who you are.
All right, let me ask you this. Do you think, all right, we're going to stay at the quarterback position.
Okay.
Do you think that black quarterbacks are not trained the same? You know what I'm saying?
Um,
Shown how to play quarterback.
in some cases, I think the worst thing happened to quarterbacks, black or white, is college. Man, do you know they said that boy Jared Goff, when he got to the Rams, didn't know how to take a snap under center?
Yeah, I had heard about
That
that.
ain't the coach trying to help him. That's the coach trying to keep his job. He don't give a shit about you at the next level. All he care about is that we win here, I keep getting bread. How you play football and don't know how to take a snap under center? That's like when you go to these games, man, especially at the high school level, because most of the high school head coaches are copycats, and they doing what they seeing college do because they trying to get to the next level. I ain't mad at them. I get it. That's why you go to a game and it's first and goal and then a shotgun. At some point in the football game, I want a football game to break out. It don't happen no more.
Yeah, yeah, like you say, you right there on the goal line, and
And then a shotgun.
yeah,
That's
spread for
crazy to me. Yeah. And I just think, man, like I was talking to a dude as a coach again, that he a head coach. And, he giving me his bullshit philosophy. And I like him. He a cool dude. I'm friends with him. I just was like, I said, look, man, if you're a good coach, you coach the personnel you have. You don't come here and say, this is my system and this is what I do. That just shows to me that that's all you know. If you got the personnel to run spread, run the spread. If you got a personnel to run the veer, run the veer. If you got a personnel to run the wishbone, run the wishbone. Run what your kids dictate.
yeah.
But dudes be so much trying to push their agenda, they lose every game trying to do it their way.
Yeah.
And
That's why, like when we was talking about Bill Belichick earlier, that's why I give him his props, because if anybody really noticed, New England got better
yeah.
toward the end of the season. They end up finishing out what 7-9, and then they put a string of games together.
And the one thing about Belichick he never had, if you really think about it, I tell somebody right now, name 4 players on their team besides Cam Newton and Edelman. You can't.
Yeah, and they had what? They had 18 guys opted out because of the COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't name nobody on their team. Dude win with no names. He take dudes because they fit his system. He like, I'm building this system, so I don't need this dude to run the 4-3. I need the dude to run the 4-6, but blocks. That's who I need. And I gotta give him props, man, because he like, dude is a genius, man. I don't like him. You know why I don't like the Patriots? I went to a Patriots game in Foxborough when Mike played for the Colts, right?
Okay.
Doug, I felt like I was at a Klan rally. I literally felt like I was at a Klan rally. It was the weirdest thing. First of all, it cost $55 to park, and we parked up the block. We weren't even in the stadium parking lot. Secondly, at the concession stand, they were selling Chardonnay and lobster bisque. I was like, what kind of fucking OC reality show is this? And they were saying everything but nigga. And I know it was the next thing off their lips. I was just like, yeah. Real talk. This was a playoff game. The Colts and the Patriots. Dog, we left at halftime and went back to the hotel room and watched the game on TV. I felt that uncomfortable there, man. I was like, dog, we don't have to fight somebody in here.
Wow.
Dog, it was a Klan rally. I swear to God it was. It was a Klan rally.
That's crazy.
That's why I don't like them. Most times, man, when you look at teams, it ain't the players that make you not like the team. It's the fans.
Yeah, that's true.
The fans. Dog, when I think, and I ride with the Buckeyes. I ride with the Bulldogs. Win, lose, or draw. I see why people don't like Ohio State. The fans is obnoxious as shit. I'm like, I see why people don't like the Steelers. Because when I think of the Steelers, and I like Pittsburgh. If I had to pick a pro team, you know, the Steelers is my squad. But it's a hillbilly fan base. Boston, the Patriots, it's an upper crust fan base. It's the dudes that went to private school and all that, Biff and Tom.
Yeah.
If you just look at the fan bases, man, the fan base is what make people not like the squad. Because a lot of times, I mean, ugh. I get it, and I get why people don't like McKinley. I'm like, we cocky as shit, because I'm in the mix talking shit. I get it.
So tell me, what's going on at McKinley?
Don't get me started on that.
What's your feel on that, man?
No, I ain't gonna even don't get me started on that bullshit. The city ain't the same.
Okay, that's a step.
Nobody want to admit that part of it. The city ain't the same. The city ain't the same, man. Look, you know when the SEC got good? Because, like, you got all these dudes now. I hear these niggas talking that ain't the furthest south they been is Columbus. But everybody's an SEC fan. My mama from Alabama. Bitch, everybody mama from Alabama. Get the fuck out of here. That bullshit. My grandfather from Greene County, Alabama, a town called Forkland. And if you notice around here, it's a thing called the Greene County Social Club. They deep from Alabama. I don't like the Tide. I respect them because they good as shit. But the SEC got good when Timken and Republic Steel and all them factories closed down. And what did they do? They opened up a BMW plant in South Carolina. They opened up a Kia plant in Alabama. People move to where jobs are. And when people move to where jobs are, they take their big football playing sons with them. That's when the SEC got good. When the steel mills and all that stuff was rocking in Ohio, nobody could be in the Midwest. Nobody could beat the Big Ten, or nobody could beat Nebraska or Oklahoma. The jobs left, the people left. So now all them kids live in the South. All them big, strong, 4'2" running 40 dudes. They daddy worked at the BMW plant, and that's why they all in the South. If you look at through the history of football, wherever the jobs is, usually that conference is the dopest. Then cats get to talking about conferences like the SEC and all that, blah, blah, blah. And the SEC got, they top three teams, you know, they the best in the business. But every conference got the same thing. They got three or four good teams at the top. They got 3 or 4 mediocre teams, and they got 3 or 4 teams that's cellar dwellers. Because I'm like, I told somebody, I said, dog, you talking that SEC shit. I don't hear you bragging about Mississippi State or Ole Miss. Like, they suck. Or Vanderbilt. Them niggas ain't won a game in like 8 years. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. You a front runner. You like 3 teams at the top. You could say the same thing about the Big Ten. You got the 3 teams at the top. You got 3 teams. You got, what is it, Ohio State, Penn State. It used to be Michigan, but it ain't no more. Ohio State, Penn State, Wisconsin. You got the 3 teams in the middle. That would be like Michigan, Indiana, whoever. You got the 3 Northwestern. You got the 3 teams at the bottom. Illinois, whoever. Every league is the same. You got 3 good teams, 3 mediocre teams, 3 bad teams. That's what it is.
So basically, when we bring that back to Kinley,
you're gonna go right back to that, huh? I was trying to get away from it.
The city just ain't what it was, and we the population has decreased.
Yep. I'm trying, boy. I'm trying not to say. I know exactly what's wrong, but I ain't gonna say it.
You know,
hey, man, I'm loyal to the soil. I ain't telling my secrets to these strangers.
I know the vibe is different in the city. You know,
yeah.
Kids don't have the same outlets.
Nah, they don't. And nothing. The next topic, man, because I could break that one all the way down. I could dissect that shit like a 7th grade frog, but I ain't gonna do it.
Man, just skim the top a little bit, man.
Ain't no top. I get with that. I go way to the bottom of the cookie jar. I ain't taking that bait at all. I know exactly what's wrong with the motherfuckers, but I ain't saying nothing. I'll put it like this, man. It's a 3-headed monster. Coaches, kids, community. That's all I'm gonna say. And each one of them topics I could pick apart. It ain't my job though. Me and you was talking about this off camera. You know how you got some people that motherfuckers know everything? I ain't one of them dudes. Sometimes I shut the fuck up. I know exactly what it is. It ain't my place to say. Sometimes, man, like you ever been around somebody and they say something, they telling you a story, and you know all about it because you done did it before. But
Yeah,
sometimes you just let them live because this nigga need this win right now. So I
yeah.
ain't gonna tell him, yeah, dog, I did that about 10 years ago, blah, blah, blah. I let him live. And I'm like, oh, really? Wow. That's dope, homie. Whoa, yo. Let him live. I don't have to be the star of the show. I don't even gotta be seen. So I'm gonna leave that one alone. I know exactly what the answer is, but I ain't saying shit.
All right, well, let's take this here then. Do To me,
A trick question.
perspective, it seemed like McKinley's kind of in a recovery process. They're trying to regain some old glory and all that. With some of the additions that's been made up there, are you comfortable with the direction they're at least looking to go into right now?
I think Antonio Hall was the smartest thing they ever did. I think hiring Tone Hall was the smartest thing they ever did. I think hiring Tone Hall was the smartest thing they ever did. I don't know, man.
If you had to put a number on it
Hmm.
for a turnaround, are we looking at a 5 year, 10 year plan?
Man, if they do it right, the turnaround could be next year. Cause I go to games home and away. Most of the time they better than most of the time, 85% of the time they're better than the team they playing. I think one of our big problems, man, is we play down to the competition. Now, as much as I hate Maslin and I hate them some bitches, but I respect what they do. Maslin schedule, dog, it ain't no joke. The only way you're gonna be the best is you gotta beat the best. I think the worst thing ever happened to us, and I'm preaching to the choir. Everybody in Canton say the same thing. Worst thing ever happened to us was going to the Federal League. For a couple reasons. One, you playing down to the competition. Two, all them kids hang out together in the summertime, so they ain't even afraid of you no more. Your mystique is gone. Three, most of your teachers at your school live in Federal League communities, so we're not playing the enemy, we're playing my next door neighbor, and I kind of want him to win. The referees, most of them live in Federal League communities, so the quarterback for the other team, that's little Jimmy to cut my grass. So I'm probably going to give him a favorable call. My thing is, man, we need a murderer's row schedule. Even if we get the brakes beat off of us for 2 years, that's the only way you're going to know where you at. I could be wrong as shit. I'm goofy. I don't know a lot of stuff, but to beat the best, to be the best, you gotta beat the best, man. You gotta play the best, so you know where you stand. That's why dudes get in the playoffs and shit down their leg because we ain't never seen nothing like this.
Now I heard a friend of mine was telling me this year's schedule
They
might
played Minner. I respect them for that.
it's kind of stacked up a little
Yeah,
bit. It's
you
coming up.
need. I'm like, man, no guts, no glory. We either gonna win these games or we gonna get the brakes beat off of us, but we gonna know where we stand when this is over. I respect them. They coming out the gate playing Minner. I was like, when I saw that, I was like, wow, that's big. I ain't mad at that at all.
All right, but let's touch on this.
Yeah. Did she think?
Here we go. The community.
Why? What do you mean by that? See, I say I can play like I don't know what you're talking about.
what, 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 give me your feedback on the community. Where we at with it? Are
Can
they
I can I
are,
just
are they is it bandwagon supporters?
nah? McKinley got a core of fans, man. We got core fans, and we got a core group of fans that's ride or die, red or black. And I could name hundreds, literally hundreds, maybe thousands of people to fit into that category. And same token, you can name hundreds, maybe thousands of people feel the opposite way. It's weird, and Canton has always been the weirdest place in the world to me because as lucky as I've been to travel and be a lot of places, I love home, but home is weird. Cause, and I ain't gonna even just say that about Canton. Remember we had this conversation, and I want somebody to prove me wrong. I pray I'm wrong. Black people hate each other. I could be wrong. That's what I believe, man. Black people hate each other. Hate each other. And
Just
it
don't want to see one
yeah,
do better than the other.
yeah. Black people hate each other. It is what it is.
Like so and so son stuck in front of my son. Fuck them.
That's why the older you get, man, you lean back and you be by yourself. I tell motherfuckers right now, I'm like, man, I ain't got a bunch of new friends. Everybody I'm friends with, I've been friends with them niggas for over 30 years. I don't need your new goofy, weird, might be the police ass hanging around me. Fuck out of here. And I treat you kind and all that, and we shake hands and do crazy handshakes and twist our fingers like pretzels. But hey, man, you want to hang out? Nah, I'm cool. I'm straight. Nice seeing you though. Tell your mama said hi. I don't need no new friends. I'm straight. I'm trying to get rid of some of the ones I got.
But how do you feel about the kids in the community though? Do you think they like as far as their motivation? Do you think they're motivated enough?
It's just like when you're talking about the conferences. There's three of them that's killers. There's three of them that's mediocre. There's three of them that need to work. In every situation, you got tears in every situation. The kids, some the kid, the kid that's gonna be a star. You ain't gotta push him because he want it. He ain't doing it for mom and them. He doing it for himself. That's the dope. He the dopest one to me because he's self motivated. You got some, you gotta push them a little bit. Then you got some that they only playing because mom and dad want them to play.
Mm,
And it's a dangerous thing because if it's something you don't love, you get hurt.
yeah.
You get hurt.
Then you have your ones that's the streets.
Yeah. You can't be a part-time football player, part-time gangbanger. You gotta choose one. And I ain't even saying choose football. Shit, if you're gonna be a gangbanger, hell, be Tukey Williams, be one. But Mobb Deep said it best, ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Whatever you into, man, be all the way into it. If you into crime, man, be the coldest, the illest money getter, be the illest nigga from Hollis. You know, if that's what you into. If you're a football player, be the best in the country. Whatever you doing, man. I had this talk with my son one day. I see Kyle was watching, and this nigga took the trash out. Right, he was like maybe 10, something like that, and he took the trash out, and the bag busted or something, and it was trash, like a line of trash all over. You could tell everywhere he walked, it was a piece of trash. And I was like, look, man, and you know how we get down. I ain't no holler and no screamer. I try to teach a lesson. I
Right.
was like, look, man, I'd rather you not do it at all than be the motherfucker that did it dead wrong. I was like, because all you got to do, now you got to go out there and pick up all that shit. If you'd have just did it right the first time, you'd have been done with it. I was like, man, what I don't want you to be in this life is to be a half-ass nigga at anything you do. That's why I never sold dope, dog, because I would have been Pablo Escobar. Why sell ounces when you sell keys?
Right.
It's me. Look, peep game. Like,
Which means more time in jail if shit go
yeah,
down.
I mean, hey, no guts, no glory, no risk, no reward. Look,
Yeah.
that's why, dog, that's why I don't drink alcohol. Because anything I do, I'm obsessed with it. I know, to thine self be true. I know me. And you know, because we've been friends for fucking 40 years. Dog, 50 years. I'm always careful about what I do because the shit that I like, I love. I've always been careful about what I do. I don't drink alcohol because I'd be a fucking alcoholic. I don't smoke weed because I'd be a fucking dope head. I just know me. Remember, nigga, we started buying watches.
Yeah.
Why do I got 5 yellow boxes full of watches right now?
Right.
So I'm careful about what I do because anything I do, I overdo it. So I try not to do dumb shit because I could be the most ignorant dude. So that's why I don't do it. That's why I'm 50 years old and don't drink alcohol because Nigga, I'd have been one of them dudes out here on the corner drunk, sleeping on the park bench. I don't smoke dope because I'd be a fiend. I don't sell dope because I'd be Pablo Escobar or doing 200 years. So,
Yeah,
so I choose carefully what I do, man, because whatever I do, I'm in it. I'm all the way in it. Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks.
that's as real as it get right there.
Get it how you live, man. If you in it, in it. Like, who the fuck does this to come in third place? Who the fuck doing this to come in third place?
Alphabetical order.
Yeah. I'm like, so if you, whatever you into, I tell cats, I'm like, man, I don't want to see nobody hustling, but nigga, you taking penitentiary chances for Air Jordans? The fuck is wrong with you? Get a job and buy some Air Jordans.
You know, we went from the daisy age to the attention age.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I told you, it's a highlight reel. Social media is a highlight reel. It's a
Yep.
highlight reel. It's everybody showing you the best of them, but they ain't showing you the real of them. All that shit they showing is fake. And if you believe it, now you got to have discernment. Once again, I went back to a church terminology because we both PKs. I know the cast is really moving something, that's really out here getting it. And I know the ones that's faking.
Yeah.
I never say nothing about it because ain't my job to rain on nobody's parade. And I've always been one of them dudes that, my main phrase, when somebody says such and such about such and such, I'll be like, well, the question I got to ask you, homie, is what that got to do with me? You don't fuck
Yeah.
about the people business.
Yeah.
Like, that's why my name don't come up in no nonsense, because I don't give a shit what you do.
Yeah, that's the thing. Folks do being folks' business real crazy.
I give two shits about one thing you ain't never gonna say. Carlton said. Carlton ain't said shit. I'm like, one, I'd have to give a damn about you to talk about you. I'm like, nigga, if you ain't around me, I don't even think about you.
Yeah.
So that means if I don't see you for 5 years, your name wouldn't even come in my mind for 5 years. Then I see, hey, how you doing? And I keep moving. I
Because
give two damns about what you doing.
you're trying to piece your puzzle together.
You know the hardest thing for me to do is keep these fucking lights on. I ain't got time to worry about what you doing. Hey, I'm a cuss when I say this, man, but it's real slick. I talk slick. I was taught a nigga with no business will fuck up your business.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that again for the people in the back. Nigga with no business will fuck up your business. So I don't really get in nobody's business, man, because I'm trying my damnedest to keep these lights on. I mess around, be worrying about you, and we be over here lighting candles, and my wife like, you ain't shit. And I'm like, I knew that when you married me, but I didn't tell you.
Lighting candles and eating bologna sandwiches.
Yeah, like I ain't got no time to worry about what nobody else doing. Who gives a shit? If they ain't breaking bread with me, who cares anyway?
That's the bottom line.
Yeah,
That's the bottom
that's
line.
it, man. I'm a simple man. That's why I smile all the time because I ain't gonna say I done figured out life, but I done figured out a lot of it. Rule number one, mind your fucking business.
Yeah.
Number two, stay the fuck out them people's business. Number three, mind your fucking business.
And hopefully experience teaches all.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
And I was the kid that I didn't learn from my grandmother and them telling me everything I've ever learned in my life, I learned the hard way. I got a cut on my arm from here to here that I ran through a plate glass window, being hard headed, not doing what she said. If you look at Butch, he got burned right here because I took a fork and put it in the fire and said I was going to brand him like a cow. Wait, when, when I was a kid,
What the hell?
dog, you ain't know that, did you? When I was a kid, man, I ain't got so many ass whoopers in my life, man. When I was a kid, man, I set my, I think everything go full circle. I set my pajamas on fire. I was playing with matches and I set my pajamas on fire. So I come from under the kitchen table fully engulfed in flames, screaming like Richard Pryor. So now speed it up. I was like 7 years old. Now speed it up to about when I was 14 or 15. I come home and Mr. Weir, who just passed away, God bless his soul, Mr. Weir's house was fully engulfed in flames. And they thought I did it.
Wow.
Wait, it's the first time my mom heard me cuss. I was like 14. I got off the bus coming from Hartford. I'm walking down 6th Street, and I'm, you get scared because you see fire trucks, police, and you're like, oh shit, that's by my house. So you start running down that way, and I heard somebody say, there you go, right there. The dude grabbed me by the arm. I was like, how the hell did I set a house on fire? I just came from school, asshole.
They're like, there you go, right there.
Yeah, dog. There you go, right there. And the dude gaffled me up, and I'm like, dog, I got books in my hands. Call the school. I've been there for the past 9 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, I got some stories, man. You know most of them, though, but yeah, I had some crazy stuff happen, man.
That's
And I ain't
crazy.
even talking about being out on the road, crazy stuff. Just crazy stuff in Canton.
Yeah, we have to say that the road trips for a whole
Yeah,
nother.
man, I got some stories. I see. I give you one though. I was sitting next to George Clinton while he was sniffing cocaine, allegedly one time. You want some young blood? Allegedly. I'm like, hell no. I want none. Matter of fact, I think you was there
What?
at
I,
Trouble. Yeah,
huh?
yeah, I think you was there. And
Really?
I was like, oh shit. Like, whoa. I
Where
was
was
like,
this
damn,
at again?
93rd and Way.
Oh, at Treble.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah, yeah, okay,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
I was like, so damn, the sex, drugs, and rock and roll thing is real. I thought it was just a slogan.
Man, it's real.
I never seen nobody sniff dope before. That was the first time I ever seen it. I was like, oh shit. Like, that's really like I'm tripping. Like I never seen nothing like that before. He said, you want a toot, young blood? Like, hell no.
I remember the time we went to God bless his soul. Gerald had a party at his house,
Man,
and who's that? Uncle Luke now was there. Remember?
dog, I swear to God, I told Mark this all the time. I said, this dude gonna be my friend. I remember we walked in Mark Gordon's house the first time, and you walk through the door, and I look over, and Sean Levert, never mind, had a had a bad one on the steps, and I was like, oh, these cats is wild. Like, I fit right in with these niggas.
Yeah, but that brother Mark, man, I remember used to raid his refrigerator.
Yeah, man.
It had
We
all condiments and no meat. And,
we be there for 4 weeks with $7 between us,
he had everything you could put on a sandwich.
but no meat.
Yeah,
Yeah, crazy man.
he does that. That's Mark. God bless him, man. That's my dude. I told Mark, I like, man, I gotta get you on here.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should get him on here. He heavy on Instagram.
Yeah, on holler at him. You know,
He just got on Clubhouse too.
yeah. He been busy again though. I'm
Yeah,
glad to see him busy, man, because
yeah,
he's been through a lot.
yeah, man. See, that's the thing is people like think of it from his perspective. We
Yeah,
see it.
I do. I can't imagine losing you and losing Sal, and then I'm
Yeah,
left.
yeah. I tell people like, dog, look at it from his perspective. What this dude has seen. Just for him to be sane is something special.
Yeah, you lose your road dogs.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's what I say. I can't imagine losing you than losing Sal, and then I'm still sitting here,
And I
and
would haunt the shit out you too.
people expect me to just be normal.
I would haunt the shit out you too. Shit be moving around in your crib. You be a nervous wreck. I be knocking dishes over and shit.
I'll just leave you a bologna sandwich in the middle of the floor.
And then I'm straight. I'm cool. I'm cool.
It's crazy. Yeah, but we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, man. This was
Yeah, man. Cause I been told where all the bodies buried and everything.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm under oath. I tell all the secrets and not give a shit. And it's on tape, and I still be lying talking about I didn't say it.
This boy crazy. Doing soul. When you getting back on soul food?
I was supposed to be last week, man, but life got in the way.
Okay.
Life interrupted, man. Me, I've always been the dude, man, that it's weird. I got a weird dynamic. I'm the guy that people always call when they need help, and I
Right.
always come through. My dad told me a couple weeks ago, he said, stop being that dude. He says, and he didn't even get into it and tell me why he said stop being that dude. He's like, too many people that don't got your best interest always calling on you for something.
Yeah.
He said, in your nature, you do it. So what he was telling me in the essence was to say, never mind. It was foul as hell too.
We'll say that for Soul Food Saturday
Yeah,
episode.
right. It was foul. I was gonna say it too.
Mercy. This
It
boy
started
crazy.
off with mother. It started with mother. Mother had him.
Lord.
Yeah, I let it go.
Yeah, check us out on Soul Food Saturday with DJ Cool Curry. We'll be
DJ
on there.
Kool Kurt. Keep going. I'm just gonna repeat everything you say, man.
Check us out.
Check us out.
Soul Food Saturday.
Soul Food Saturday.
DJ Cool Curry.
Cool Kurt.
C-Luv.
Biatch.
Al Mecca.
Oh, Mecca.
And them.
And them. Mom and them.
Yeah. All right, man. I'll holler at you, bro.
All right, man. Peace and love.
Peace.